Hey YouTube, and thanks for watching Junkworks Garage. So as you can see, this is the magnetic Harbor Freight flashlight. This one is actually the Brawn one. I did a video on this, a review video, and I love this thing a lot. It goes side to side like that. It's got 3 different modes, flashlight on the end, and then a couple different brightnesses, bright, less bright, and then flashlight. And then it turns off. It's rechargeable, so you plug it in, you recharge it. You don't have batteries. Well, not batteries you have to replace all the time. You can, I believe, if you want, I don't know if I did this in that one, but you can buy a battery and replace it. I don't know if you can get those through Harbor Freight's replacement place or not. You'll have to check on that on yourself, but I know you can look up that battery and probably find one wherever you want to buy a battery at. Anyway, and so far it lasts a long time before I have to charge it. I love this thing. I actually keep it on the other side of my toolbox. I'm just doing this so you have a better place to see it. But I keep it on the other side of my toolbox, and a lot of times I'll turn that on like that so I can look at stuff in my toolbox a little easier. My eyes ain't what they used to be, so to speak. But I absolutely love this thing. So much so, and I did a video on, I believe I did a video on this one as well after I got it. This one is the Icon one from Harbor Freight. I honestly can't, I'll put prices in the screen, so I'll put a price for the Brawn one, I'll put a price for the Icon one. But anyways, this one is kind of the same thing. I think it's a little brighter, to be honest. I can't remember what the lumens are yet again. If I can figure it out, I'll put the lumens of the Brawn one and the lumens of this one on there. But I've been using this a little bit more lately, just testing it out. And I'm liking it. It's got that. It's got, let's see. I gotta figure it out. It's, yet again, I've only used it a few times. So it's a lower light, a brighter light. Then you got this one on the other side, on this side, which is, it's probably about the same brightness as the second one, only it's got a smaller, I'll end up blinding you if I show you, but it's got a smaller light as to where this one has the whole side. And then it also has the flashlight as well, which is a decent little flashlight. But it'll also go like this, but it doesn't go back the other way, which is okay. Basically, if you want a lantern, you stick this like that, and you got this whole thing. If you want to have it face down, then you got to do it like that. So you got light here. But also, the thing I do like about this, and why I bought this one, was for camping. It folds all the way down, so that it's a nice little package. You know, there's the size of my hand. I can pretty well cover it up with my hand there. And it also magnetizes, so I can put this under my hood of my truck if I'm working on it. Can magnetize it probably on the bumper, or maybe even the siding of my, I think my siding, yeah, it's steel, so I think I could put this on the side of my trailer anywhere I wanted to and be able to work around. Anyway, bought that one for camping, mainly because it folds up like that. I also forgot to mention that this one is also rechargeable, and I don't know on this one, I've never even tried it. It does not appear like this one comes apart, so you can replace a battery on this one. Now I see some screws here that might come out. There's also what looks to be a pin maybe in here. No, that's not a pin. I don't know what that is. But there is some sort of a screw you probably could take out here and somehow get to a battery, but it's not meant to come apart and replace a battery on. So once this one's dead, unless you're like me and are willing to tear just about anything apart just to see what's inside, and if you can, you're stuck on that one. But it does recharge. You don't have to replace batteries in it, which is nice. Which brings me to these right here, and these are from Amazon. Also, I will put a price somewhere in the screen here. So there we are. I did open this up just to kind of check on things. We're going to bring these out. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. And yet again, price was in the screen. I believe that was, I cannot remember for sure, but I think that all 4 of these were like at least by piece. Definitely they were cheaper. I'm not sure what I paid for all 4 of them, but I think a couple of them were probably less money than what those other 2 are. Not positive on that though. It comes with some instructions. It comes with your USB type chargers, which that is the type of charger the other ones take as well. And I tend to find these little cheapy things here, and that way I can plug it in wherever I want. I actually have a nicer phone one. It works with some of my phone ones I have. I have this one as kind of a backup, but so I think this actually might have came with the Brawn one. I honestly can't remember. I do know it came with a cord, and yet again, the phone charger ones do tend to, I think, charge faster than this little cheapie here. So I got a ton of the phone ones from past phones, and that's what I actually use in my garage here. Regardless, you can charge them like off your computer, or if you got any kind of USB type port. Side note on this, if you own this one, the Brawn one, and you bought this one, the Icon one, don't lose the little charging cord, because this charging cord is like kind of like these ones. It's the smaller ones. They're like my old phone, most of my phones. This one is like the newer phones where it works both ways, and I don't know what I did with it. So I know I'm pretty sure my wife's phone charger will probably work with this, but I went to charge this, and the one that charges this one does not work with this one here. So the Icon and the Brawn have 2 different chargers. Don't lose the cord like I did. We got these 2 here, and the last one, which is this one right here. And I'll tell you right now, these are stupid light, which means they probably won't last a very long time, but they're a lot cheaper. And yet again, I don't know, you might, so the charger port's down here on the bottom. There's some Phillips screw in here and here and here, so it's easier to get into. This other one looks like it's a Torx or something like that maybe. But you might be able to get in here. Yet again, if you do anything I do and you hurt yourself or mess up your equipment, I'm not responsible. If you don't like the way I would do something, or tell you you could do something, don't do it. This also has a little hook on it, which is kind of nice. You can, well, let's put it there. Hang it off of something like that if you're camping, which that's what I bought these purely for, is to throw in all my rigs. And put one of these in every rig I have and in my trailer, well, at least every rig I would drive and my trailer. And it's fairly bright as well. Yet again, I don't know what the lumens are. I will look that up hopefully and be able to put it in screen, maybe, if I can find it. It does have 1, 2, so a bright and a not so bright, and then you got your flashlight, which is not great. I don't know, I don't think I've charged these yet, to be honest. I can't remember if I charged this one up. I don't think I did, so really it's kind of an unfair test, but yet again, you'll see the lumens. I will find it and you'll know what it is. It's got the button right here on the front, so easy to push. Has pretty positive button on it. But the thing about this one, it also has a magnet. Definitely not as strong as some of the other ones, but it's so much lighter, which is probably, they probably cheaped out on the battery as well as cheaped out on the magnet. But yet again, I can put this in my truck, put it underneath there, and do whatnot. And it's an easy flashlight that folds away, will magnetize to something if you need it, as well as hook to something if you need it. These came in a bunch of different colors. I ended up with gray. I don't know why, but that's what I ended up with. You can order different colors. I will say there is something that kind of annoys me. I read in the description, which maybe I picked out because of the one I picked out, but that there should be a red light function. Okay, there you go. Just got to read instructions. We got the red light working. So you got that one. You got a less light one, and if you hold it, it turns to the red one. And also it looked like, yep, you also have that as well. So that is kind of cool. That is one of the reasons why I went with this one. Was for that. I was kind of upset that I couldn't find that, but I just have to play with things a little bit. Yet again, magnetized. This is not near as good as these. Honestly, if I had to choose all three, I still kind of, this one feels heavier and more beefy, plus you can replace the battery. So in my garage, this has been awesome. I haven't noticed this getting in the way. But I can't imagine trying to, I mean, you'd have to kind of have it like this if you were storing it, because having it like that, it would just get in the way trying to store it somewhere in a drawer or something like that. As to where this, I could throw that in my glove box, in a drawer, whatever, and it's not in the way. So quite honestly, if you're just using it for your garage, I like the Brawn one, and I do think it's a little bit cheaper. I'm not positive. But for camping, this is the one to go. But for just throwing in your car, something cheap that is going to work probably, more than likely, really well for what you would need it for. And that little extra red light feature, which you could throw it on the back of your car and go down, you know, and hopefully somebody would slow down. Nobody ever does, but at least they'll know you're there when you are hit by him. And if you're still alive, I guess you could get a better lawyer for that, maybe. But regardless, for in your car, that one's pretty good. It's a little bit shorter, but it is definitely a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit fatter as well. This bottom piece especially is quite a bit fatter. So, but there you go. Now you know. Hopefully you enjoyed this. We got 3 different ones. My top pick would probably be this one if I just was going to use it for everything. Go camping, work in your garage, whatnot. That middle one from Icon. There is also another Harbor Freight one, which I am not going to go out and buy and test for you. I don't make enough money doing this to be buying a bunch of stuff. I have bought these because I knew they would be something I could use, and I bought these because they were cheap and I knew I could throw them on my car, and if they walked away or got dropped or got broke, I wouldn't care. I will probably actually keep this one in my trailer or in my truck, because my truck's always with me when I'm camping, probably in my truck, and put these in my wife's car and my mom's car and whatnot. Alright, I think that's more than enough. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you got something out of it. Thanks for watching Junkworks Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one.